Anyways, what I want to do is I want to take someone who's watching right now, take a website that you're trying to compete with, if you're doing that, and analyze it and show you some cool backdoor things that most people don't know. So I used to do traffic generation for Paul Mitchell and an insurance company and several others. What's up, Mgala? Mgala? I think I said that right. But no, definitely let me know. Yo, what's up? So I'm pumped. I have I've done several marketing reports for people before for websites, and I have up my whole string of tabs so that I go through when I'm trying to dig deep and find out things about people's websites. So I thought, hey, you guys throw out one, and we'll look at it right now together, so you can see some cool stuff and tools that you may not know about. I'll be surprised if you know of all these. But you guys got any? Because I can start throwing up whatever, but I thought it'd be cool to show you guys some sweet stuff. Thisiscast.com. This is Cast. You said wait. I'm waiting. This is Cast. Oh, okay, hyphens. Gotcha. Thisiscast.com. Sweet. All right, I'm just going to copy that so I don't have to type it in by hand every time. All right, so I'm just going to the site just to see it, just to look at it real quick, and we'll analyze. We'll do a few things, all right? We are going to analyze a lot of traffic, right? We're going to measure a lot of the footprint that they have online. I look weird with a totally white background. This is crazy. There's stuff behind me. That was a cool-looking site. And then I want to actually critique the page itself, if that's okay. Is this yours, Mandala? Is this actually your site? This is looking good. A friend's, cool. A lot of people say that when it is their site, and they just don't want to admit it. All right, so I'm going to take you guys through, and some of these you probably have heard from. So I'm going to flip my screen around real quick. It's mine. I'm glad you caught it. That's funny. All right, so we are going to look at Alexa, and you've probably heard of Alexa. Alexa's kind of a standard one. We're going to look at one called QuantCast, and I'll go through each one of these. SimilarWeb is amazing. SimilarWeb kind of changed my life when I started. I don't know how to say that. SimilarWeb is incredible. Actually, some cool tricks with Google AdWords. A lot of people skip. That's not supposed to be there. If you are on Instagram, this is a sweet tool called Iconosquare that will analyze Instagram for you as well. Same with FollowerWonk. And FollowerWonk is by Moz. If you haven't heard of Moz, Moz is like, they're one of the highest authorities on the internet. But FollowerWonk does awesome Twitter analytics. Way cool. So I'll show you that as well. So if he's got Twitter accounts, or you do, go ahead and send me those links as well, and I can show you all that as well. Compete. Now, what you're going to notice, and then Google. I'll show you some stuff with Google as well. Hey, thanks for the heart. I appreciate that. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, that'd be also awesome. Thompson, what's up? And I haven't seen you forever. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go through each one of these things and show you my process for how I go through and actually analyze a site and how I figure out kind of the heartbeat of the site, right? And if you guys are using Google Chrome, which I highly recommend, what's up, Lance Leitner? If you guys use Google Chrome, which I highly recommend, there's an extension that you can use that will show you a lot of the stuff in just a quick snapshot. Totally awesome, right? So I'm excited. Okay, this is fun. I get all giddy about this stuff, all right? My boss gets he thinks it's hilarious when I get like this, but it's super fun. We're going to go dig out some of the inner workings. Oh, there's another one I should show you. If you guys remember any, or you know any that you like as well, go for it as well. There's another one you should look at called Built With, builtwith.com. Okay, so I will start at the top here, and I'll tell you what each of these tools do, and then we'll go through and do them real quick so you can see them. So Alexa shows it's an analytics toolkit. Most of these all have a really awesome free version, and then just this crazy expensive side, right? So what I do is I actually go through every single one of them, and I find that by doing that, I actually never have paid. I can get all the data I need to, for the most part, just by going through a whole bunch of these, because they'll all be about the same. There'll be slight variations as you go. But you get so much awesome data from it. It's incredible. So this is Alexa, and I've copied your site, Mandala. This is Cast, or your friends, I should say. And it's going to go out there, look at a lot of the footprint. Can you guys see the screen okay? Can you guys let me know? Like, give me some hearts, or I don't know. Can't see it? Or you can? Dang it, I hope you can see it. Okay, good. Here, I'm going to set it on the desk here so I don't shake it. Okay, so, oh, and sometimes there's not going to be enough data, right? And so if that's the case, we'll have to go through, we'll find another website as well to do it too, so you guys can just see how the tools work. But it'll show you, obviously, a lot of standard stuff, visits, where they're coming from and such. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of, new site. Probably have to use a new site, but you do have one linking site called Daily Utah Chronicle. What's up, man? What's up, Thompson? Good to see you. Hey, if you have a website, anybody who's watching right now, give me a competitor's website. We're going to go through, could be yours. It is very beneficial to do this to your competitor, though. And while you guys type in a site or anything like that, Mr. World Famous, hey, I appreciate that for liking that. Are you watching? I think you're probably watching online right now. But, okay, finleyandleitner.com. Okay, finleyandleitner.com. Give me 2 seconds. This is the awkward part, right? I got to just type this in. .com. Sounds good. Hey, so while I get this pulled up, why are we going to analyze a competitor's site, right? I want you to know the best way to lose money online is to go be creative. I've said that several times. And I'm not telling you not to be creative, but there is the opportune moment to do so. So the best way I've ever found to make a lot of money, and we made 23 grand over the weekend, the guy that I've built this funnel for, and it's just totally awesome. Are you on Twitter? I gotta bounce. Glad I met you. Yes, I am Twitter. I'm on Twitter. You have to be for Periscope, I believe. So follow me, and you can see the replay of this. So the reason why it's best to analyze a competitor is because if they're making a whole lot of money, you just go analyze like crazy all the stuff that they've done and mimic it, right? They've already paved the path. It's the best way to not end up with arrows in your back, right? After you're matching what they're doing, then you go be creative. Does that make sense? Is that cool? Give me some hearts if you like that, because that's cool stuff. Okay, so we got Finley and Leitner. Appreciate that. Who's over in the hearts? All two of you on here right now. This is kind of a late Periscope, but whatever, should be cool. Okay, so what is this? This looks like a property group. Okay, I'm going to try and hold this really still. So a property group. So I'm just going to copy the URL, and let's go through these different tools. So first, I'm going to go through Alexa. And this is just to give me a feel. And typically what I'll do is I'll have like an Excel sheet open, and I'll just be taking just crazy notes on everything. And by the end, I have a pretty good idea of who the competitors are. Let's see, this may not be, you may not have enough traffic either to this site to actually do it. So we're going to use a site here. I'll show you real quick here, okay? Have you guys ever heard of ClickBank? ClickBank existed before Amazon. It was basically the Amazon before Amazon existed, and it is the spot where most digital products can be sold. They have hundreds of thousands of sales funnels, and so this is what you can do. You can go to ClickBank and see the funnels that are pulling in. These guys are pulling in 50 grand a day, and so you can come over here. Here's a little tiny developer hack. If you come over to the Find Products section here, underneath the marketplace, and just click enter. These top products here are products that are, these guys are making tens of millions of dollars a year right now. And these are their sales funnels, right? And there's diabetes destroyer, fat diminisher, right? And so what I do is I come on here and I see their sales funnels, right? I go through the whole sales funnel and I look at them and go, okay, if they have a green button on the right, guess what? I'm going to have a green button on the right, right? I'm going to go find a funnel that's already successful and I'm going to go mimic it. Does that make sense? I just finished doing this with the other guy, and that's how we made the 23 grand. So I'm going to go mimic it. And I'm not going to copy it. Don't plagiarize. Be honest, right? You taking a picture of my face? I appreciate that. Okay. Um, but I'm going to go mimic it, and it's way better than just going out and making up a funnel on your own. And so I get ideas from ClickBank. That's where I get a lot of my ideas from. I go see the funnels that are making just millions of dollars, and then I buy their product, and I screenshot everything. I click on every single link. I copy all of it, and then I go recreate my own version of it, basically. It's like creating another brand of the same product, right? And that's one of the best ways to make a lifestyle business that's going to make you a lot of money quickly, and I'm going to show you why. That's one of the whole purposes of this. Let's analyze this site. So we're going to click on this top one, Fat Diminisher, right? And go figure, they got a video in the front here. You can do this with any website, of course, but I'm just going to grab their root URL, and let's go through my analytics little session, I guess. So we'll go through Alexa. I'm going to go pop it in Quantcast, and I'm going to tell you guys what each of these tools do also, but let's just get them all set up, okay? So I'm sorry, this will take just a second here, but I promise you this is going to help like crazy. It has taken me years to learn what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to give it to you guys. Let's see, that one may not apply in this session. Compete will, though. Fat Diminisher. The Finley one, that's awesome. It's not enough traffic to actually analyze it. Built With, fantastic. And then here's our marketplace, right? And then there's this. So what I do is I go through Alexa, and this is like the most the most shallow one, I guess you could say. It doesn't really go that in depth. Alexa doesn't, and without paying just a ton of money. So you can see globally, every website is ranked, right? So they're 23,000. That's insane. That's amazing. Any website that is above like 100,000, they're doing great. Okay. So the rank in the U.S. alone is 22, and the rank in the world is 23,000. That's amazing. So you know right off the bat they're doing great, right? So looks like most of the traffic is coming from the U.S. is what it looks like. Oh, and a few other sites here as well. Oops, I was looking in the wrong spot. So they got 20% of the traffic coming from the U.S., 13 from India, a lot from Australia, and this starts to paint a picture. What I'm trying to do is create an avatar of the person who's looking, right? So I have a 61% bounce rate. It's a little high, but for a squeeze page that's this style, it's actually not that bad, okay? I hope I'm not boring you guys, but this is just what I go through, okay? The time on site, they spend about 2 minutes, which means this video better grab their attention in 2 minutes or I'm shot, right? 2 minutes right here. I hope it's good info. This is kind of the more nitty-gritty, nerdy part of it. What's up? What's up, Billy Believer? How you doing? We're analyzing sites, and there's a whole lot of tools that I use to do that, to get the heartbeat of a site. So it looks like, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you're liking it. It looks like Billy Bob or whoever didn't want it. That's okay. This takes a special personality to enjoy this stuff. So anyways, this is telling me, hey, which sites did people visit immediately before the site? Now, this is crazy important info, right? So it looks like, obviously, ClickBank, which is where I was finding it. You got Google, ad clicks, so there's an ad agency that's sending people to them, spaceship pads or whatever that is. I've never even heard of this stuff. But this starts to give me some deep stuff. And all along, I'm making a whole lot of lists of this stuff, right? 38 links coming in. Here's a whole bunch of the sites that are linked in. And honestly, that's the majority of Alexa. But then it starts to get cool. All right, now I know that more people that see it are male. Well, I should probably put something in here that's going to distinguish between a guy and a girl, right? More people are male, right? Hey, what's up, Abdullah? Oh, I think you've been on here before. Hey, good to see you back, man. Looks like most people who are going to it don't have college, so I should tailor my copy, right, to a certain thing. Some have been to college, though, right? Most people are at home. They're not at work when they're seeing this, so they're in a relaxed state, right? This is starting to develop an avatar, right? I'm trying to create an image of the person who most often is going to see this page, right? So I start to put this together. I have an Excel sheet open, and I'm just making tons and tons of notes going, okay, I'm not going to create, what's up, Miguel? How's it going? But I'm not going to create what I think is cool about the actual product, right? I'm going to go figure out who's already buying something like that and go create something that's different. What's up, Shoot Bueller? Sorry, I said your name all bad. So that's kind of what I use Alexa for, and it's starting to give me a lot of different metrics. Hey, these are the kinds of people who are actually going to the site. So let's go to the next one. Quantcast. So Quantcast is awesome. You do have to have a whole lot of there's some integration with Quantcast. What Quantcast does, though, and if you guys don't have this on your websites, it's free. You should put it on. I'm not getting paid to tell you this stuff. This is just what I do, okay? But take Quantcast. What Quantcast does is it aggregates all the cookies of the sites you've been visiting, and it aggregates all of them and puts them together and says, you know what? The people who are looking at your site, they like Hondas more than Ford. Weird, huh? You know what? Most of them like the outdoors and they like movies, but they don't like hot chocolate. You know what I mean? It starts to get kind of creepy, actually, how much you learn about a person, and it takes massive data and crunches it together. So, hey, thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. So I would go to Quantcast, and it's free. I have an account on some of my own sites as well, but it starts to aggregate all this information and show me, hey, your people really, really enjoy, X, Y, and Z, and I put that right into my marketing. That goes straight into my marketing. All right, now this is one of my secret weapons. All right, I love SimilarWeb. Who do we still got in here? Thompson and Lance Leitner. Appreciate that. Thanks for staying in here for a little bit. This is nerdy, but this is how I do it. It's how we made 20 grand last week. So, go to SimilarWeb. This is also the free side of SimilarWeb, and this tells me some just ridiculous stuff. Look at their traffic. So it's spiking. They're obviously getting really popular. They're getting 5.2 million views a month. That's insane, by the way. Pretty high bounce rate. Okay, this is where it starts to get good. This shows me the traffic sources of Fat Diminisher. Where are people actually coming from? Look at this. So we got direct, meaning people who type in it right in the search bar. There's referrals, search like PPC, social, mail, banner ads, and display. What am I not going to go focus on in my campaigns? I'm not going to go put this in social media. I'm not going to go buy solo ads. I'm not going to buy PPC ads from Google. I'm barely going to buy display ads. I am going to focus on referrals. Why? Because they've already paved the path, right? If I'm going to do something that's extremely similar or rebranding of this product, I'm going to do the exact same thing they are. They've already been paving the path with 5 million people a month. Does that make sense? That's huge. That's going to save you so much money and time and split testing. Well, it gets even better. It shows you which sites are actually sending the most traffic. These are the top 5 sites that are actually sending the most traffic. AdClick, Authority Nutrition. I've never even heard of this place, but guess what? I'm going to go buy an ad on that exact same site, right? Whatever this is, Papu's channel. Anyways, and then it shows you the sites they're going to afterwards. I'm probably going to go buy an ad on them. Guys, the benefit of that is I don't need to go gamble on an ad network site like Google Analytics or like Google AdWords, right? PPC campaigns, crazy banner ad campaigns. They're just these networks and you just blast it out hoping that things work. I did that for Paul Mitchell for a while. They spent tons of money doing that. When I figured this out, I was like, guys, there's a way better way, right? So here, I'll keep showing you this stuff and we'll move on. I could talk your ear off about this. Okay, this gets even cooler. Even though only 2% of their traffic is coming from search, that's still 2% of 5 million. That's a lot of people, right? This shows the keywords that people are typing in before they actually come to your site, right? These are the organic ones, and these are the ones that people are paying for. Guess what? If I go buy PPC AdWords, I'm going to use these exact same keywords to directly compete with Fat Diminisher. Does that make sense? Social media, the exact same thing. No surprise there. Facebook is almost always number 1. YouTube, though, that is surprising that it's number 2. Display ads, like banner ads. Look, it shows me the ads they're using. What are my ads going to look like? They're going to look like that. I'm not going to try and make it up. They're going to look really similar to this. Weird pictures with little things that make people click on it. And then I'm going to go put it on these ad networks. I'm not going to go make it up. Anyways, this shows a little bit more the interest of the person who's going there. Looks like they don't have an app. But it will show you oftentimes other similar sites, and you can start to look through right there. Anyways, guys, that's only the first 3 ad places. Bunch of information. That's crazy cool stuff, right? So when you go analyze your competitor's site, just drop them in like 3 or 4 places, right? And you'll have it all. Lance Leitner, thanks for joining again. You'll have it all right there in one spot, right? So, you guys ready for the next few? That was a lot. Here we go. So, this is one of my favorite secrets as well. This is the keyword tool, right, with Google AdWords. And all I do with the Google keyword tool is I come up and I actually drop in the landing page. A lot of people don't know this, but Google has a sweet, wicked sweet feature where you can just drop in the landing page of anything. Google will automatically crawl the web page and pull out all the keywords that are being hit the most. That's crazy. It means I don't have to think through keywords if that's something that I'm going to go do, right? I just click over here on keyword ideas, and then all I do is I filter them right here, right? Average searches, and it's going to show me all the word, fat diminisher system, what site is that? This site right here, this is honestly just Google AdWords. This is free. You just get an account. It links with your normal Google profile. But what's awesome about it is that up here in the top, you can download them. So there's only 34, which is really not that much for a squeeze page like this. Okay, that's really not, because there's hardly anything on it. But there's enough that Google can analyze that, hey, this is what this site is about, right? That Google will tell me, hey, this is really what your site is all about, which is just ridiculous. That's so cool. So anyways, you can see that there's been a boom going on, and I'm going to use just these keywords. I'm not going to go be creative like I was saying. The next one here, Iconosquare. I'm actually not going to show this one because I don't know their social media profile. Same with Twitter, but just to show you guys real quick. This is the free part also of Follower Wonk, and I got to show you just how powerful this is, right? Home vestors, okay. They need to be not high traffic, but they got to hit a certain traffic threshold for the internet to be able to aggregate enough data to make it solid. So we'll look up home vest. Oh, it's high, awesome. Home vestors. We'll look at that in just a second. All right. Home vestors. Okay, but so with the Follower Wonk, so I'm just going to type in my screen name with Twitter. I do appreciate it if you guys follow me if you want to. So type in any screen name, and I want to analyze my followers, okay? And I'm just going to hit go. This is under the analyze section. And what it's going to do is it's going to jump out there, go find all of my followers. Look, it's pulled up my profile picture, pulls up my followers, and then it starts to show me some pretty cool stuff. It shows me where in the world they are. But then it shows me when they are on the most, right? So if I'm going to tweet, I'm going to do it during these peak times, right? If I'm going to go out and these are the most active hours, this shows me a lot of the social authority scores, meaning is the person really big on social media? Do they have a lot of followers, right? And then I can start to narrow down and target certain people, right? The gender of person, who are my followers. Anyways, awesome tool. Super, super ridiculously cool tool. And this is the free side of it. It shows a ton of stuff. It shows the recency and the frequency that they actually tweet, how many they tweet, the language of my followers, mostly English. That's all I speak, so it'd be kind of weird if it was something else. I wish I spoke another language. That'd be cool. My brother speaks Spanish, so does my sister, but oh well. So anyways, that's a cool tool also. Compete is another, is a direct competitor to SimilarWeb. So I put in Compete, and what's interesting is, guys, I feel like I've been monologuing this whole time. I'm so sorry if this is just totally boring, but what's interesting about each of these tools is that every once in a while the data will be slightly different. And so I kind of tend to take the average of all these different tools, and by doing so, create a clearer picture. If I focus on just one tool, each one of the algorithms of each of these things is hey, appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. But each one of the algorithms and the way they've set all this stuff is slightly different, so they all pull similar data, but not exactly the same. So I always go through all of them. Don't just follow one of them. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. So we'll go through just the last few others that you should know about. Compete is fantastic. I appreciate that. The hearts definitely mean a lot. That's good stuff. But anyways, you can get a whole bunch of stuff. Same with Compete. It's very similar to SimilarWeb. Okay, this is a cool one. All right. Built with, totally awesome. Built with is fantastic. What it does is it shows you literally, what's up? What's up, G9? G9E? Sorry, I botched your name. So if Fat Diminisher is your competitor, or you can do this to your own site, it will show you exactly what they used to build their website, right? So they're using an SSL certificate, if you know what that is, called Global Sign. They're using DNS records from Liquid Web DNS. But what's cool about this is that when I'm going through and looking through different things, it will start to show me, hey, you know what? I didn't realize, what's up, howdy? I didn't realize that my competitor was on Facebook, right? I didn't realize they were on YouTube, right? And you can go through here and be like, whoa, they're trying to pull different likes from other people, right? A lot of this stuff starts to get nerdy if you don't know a lot of this stuff, but totally useful, right? I've put so many things in here and gone back to people and gone, did you know they built that site on WordPress? And they'd be like, what? There's no way that's WordPress. And the reason you figure that out is through Built With, right? Because Built With goes through and it pings all of the parts of all the website because it's open source by law. So, anyways, we just went through ClickBank. We found the most profitable funnels that are going on right now. These guys are making 50 to 100 grand a day. So we just went through and we analyzed a whole bunch of them. Now I know where their traffic is coming from through SimilarWeb. I know a lot about not just the demographics, but the psychographics, what they like, what they don't like, right? I know a lot of the keywords that are associated with that, right? And you start to create this marketing picture, and you don't have to make it up on your own anymore. That's what's super cool about it. So anyways, I hope that stuff is helpful. So that is Fat Diminisher. Oops, there's always exit pops here. So anyways, is that helpful? You guys liking that? I hope so. This stuff's nerdy, and I just totally love it. Most people, when I start telling them about this stuff, they always kind of glaze over, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do again?" And I'm like, "Wicked cool stuff." And that's about all I leave it to, because they really don't care, you know. So that's cool. Thanks for all the arts, guys. Appreciate that. So you can go through and you can analyze your own websites like that. So you were looking at home vesters. That's super cool. I love Robert Kiyosaki with all his real estate stuff. I've read a lot of his books. And my first internship when I was in college was in real estate, and I made my own internship. And I went out and I put all these signs up that said looking for cash buyers, and then all these signs up that said looking to sell fast for cash. And so I had 300 buyers and sellers call me in 1 month. And I had this huge Excel sheet with like how much money they were looking for. Anyways, it was crazy. It was insane. It was super fun though. But I was not a real estate agent. I was just using a double escrow. Hey, so this is the last thing I kind of wanted to show you, and it will show you a lot of what I've been showing you right now in a snapshot. For you, the few, the proud, and the faithful. If you're using Chrome, SimilarWeb, which is one of my favorites, do I still have it? No, I don't really do it. It was just an internship, and it was somewhat close to after the whole 2008 thing, and a lot of people were freaking out about it still. So anyways, so this is SimilarWeb has a Chrome extension. So right here, all I do is click on any site that I'm on, and it loads it immediately for me right there. Is that not beautiful? Any site, anywhere. And right here I can look at their sources. So it looks like you're getting most of the traffic from search, a few from referrals, but you got quite a few people who are searching it directly as well. I'm sorry, the computer screen is weird looking at it with the camera. But it looks like you're not getting much from social media or mail, or hardly any from display ads, so I wouldn't spend much money on that. As far as geography goes, most are in the U.S., which typically it is. And then these are the sites that are sending you traffic, right? So I'd go find them and thank them or something. Buy Ugly Houses, which looks like it's the same site. A finance site, Xfinity, who knew? Wow. My HughesNet. Anyways, and then this is where they're going to afterwards. And what's cool is sometimes you'll find competitors in the ones afterwards. Lovely Houses, right? Who is Domain Tools? Oh, that's interesting. So anyways, people who are finding your site organically by typing in, obviously, your name, we buy the houses, all these different keywords, and then it looks like either you or whoever site that is, you're paying for these ones, right? So I would go find some person who's just this total tycoon also, click the button right here, and then figure out exactly what they're using to drive traffic, and then just go do the exact same thing. Facebook, somewhere with the ads, top publishers. Oh, this is kind of cool too because there are other networks that give traffic besides Google. So it looks like Buzzline is another one that there's whoever it is that's buying this is getting traffic from. Weather.com apparently, that's a big one. People are being sent from as well. These are the other sites that people visit as well under audience. And then these are similar sites to your site, which is totally cool because then it already shows you. Just go click on all these sites, start using SimilarWeb and all these other tools, and you'll get this sweet picture of what you need to do. So, my friends, that is probably the longest Periscope I've ever done in my life. And I appreciate you guys being on here. Do you got any other questions or anything? I have a show coming up called Ask Steve. And you guys can ask me any question, and I'll stick it in the next Periscope coming up. That's not quite ready. It probably needs another week or two, honestly. But that is coming up, and I'm super pumped to share that. So, because I love this stuff. You're following? Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for following. Thanks for sharing and all that stuff as well. So, guys, I will talk to you later. That was a forward learning. Hey, I appreciate that. That was like the hardcore stuff, right? I usually teach some kind of cool stuff and tell a story, keep it engaging, but you guys are the few and the proud right here. Oh, yeah. I just barely started doing these Periscopes, so I appreciate that. No, it is my daughter's birthday, though. She just turned 2. I have a 2-year-old little girl. She went and got her shots the other day, meaning yesterday, and she's a tough cookie. Holy crap. I don't know if some of my camo bled into her system or something like that, but the doctor gave her shots, and she just looked at the doctor and said, "Owies." Then they put the Band-Aid on, and she freaked out that the Band-Aid wouldn't come off her finger, so it's kind of funny. Anyways, happy birthday for her. Got 2 kids. Oh, hey, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, kids are good stuff. So, guys, I'll talk to you later. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next. I did tell you I was going to share with you some of the scripts I use to convert people on website pages and stuff like that. My son is 18 months, gets shots tomorrow. Oh, man, that's the worst as a parent. You just watch them. Ear to ground, you join, but it's like right at the end. Oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. You should just watch the replay. We just went through how to analyze sites. Use a tool called SimilarWeb. It will reverse engineer the traffic that all of your competitors are getting. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I got to go home. So